back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the very good of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I would like to start off the bat saying there is no bad in this movie. It's that simple. So the world building, everything is great. I love like the destroyed human civilization energy. Like there's this one imagery. Sorry, wrong word. There's this one really incredible sequence. Spoiler warning, by the way. Where after May and Noah get captured, they're being taken toward Proxima Caesar's camp, and you see all these like massive cruise liners and tanker ships just like sitting in like the shallows of on this beach area, just kind of rusting away. So that's really cool. I think there's a lot of intriguing ideas and details, like how like there are a ton of different like clans and tribes scattered across the entire world, apes scattered across the entire world at this point. Like, cause like we saw with the character of Bad Ape in War for the Planet of the Apes that since he was given the virus that made him smart by humans, because they had caught it like just by like well, same way that the other half of the world caught it, or or the majority of the world caught it. So there you have like all these like, and not all of them know about Caesar. Like a lot of them just like became smart and they don't know have any real concept of how that happened, and they didn't get like those like that like moral framework that bound Caesar's group together. So you get that like, and if I had to guess, I would say Noah is probably part of one of those sects that like got smart without the influence of Caesar at all. I think Rocca might be a descendant of one of those because he knows who Caesar is. Like that you can see it in the movie. Actually, I got a like one of the popcorn buckets at the theater last night, and I also got with that, I got this awesome keychain with Caesar's symbol on it. That, and it's actually like braided leather. You can see there. Really cool. Um, I think the something else I'd like to touch on is the idea of the Order of Caesar. That's the organization Rocca is part of. Is a very interesting idea to me. Like how like even though like every other apes, all the other apes, or either have like a very twisted idea of Caesar, like Proximus's apes, like he has twisted Caesar's image to favor his goals. Um, and we have, but Rocca, his organization, and I assume that Proximus wants them all dead. But Rocca's the Order of Caesar, like their the entire idea of their movement is to try and keep his message alive. And those core principles, apes together strong and ape not kill ape, those first laws that bound his group of apes together so strongly. And another thing, the opening scene of this movie is beautiful. So it's this send off for Caesar. It's a funeral pyre scene, um, where like we see all of his friends in the other movies, like Maurice, Rocket, his son Cornelius, like putting flowers on his funeral pyre and then setting it ablaze. And then the camera pans up and there's this really breathtaking shot of this like just like his symbol scratched into the rocks above. Um, Sorry, I didn't start that until now. I just need to get you guys something to look at so you don't click away. So this scene, the bridge sequence here, is this is also a spoiler in the movie. This is where Rocca dies. So he tries to help Nova back up with onto that net, and then he falls in himself, and the two. So if you look in the trailer footage, you can see. I believe it's in here somewhere. Yes, so if you look here, you can actually see for about like half a second right there. So that gorilla is I think he's Proximus's like main war general. So he is actually the one who kind of kicks off the film's plot when he kills Noah's father. And then he's pretty present throughout the first two-thirds of the movie, but then once we get to Proximus's camp, he kind of just disappears, and he's still there, but he's very much so in the background until the climax kicks in and he comes in and Noah and him have their final fight. His death is really well done. He's just not handled the best leading up to the climax, but everything before that is really good. Um, I think the yeah, another thing I wanted to point out, this film is driven by a very strong but pretty familiar story. It's like it's basically your straightforward hero's journey. Um and we have like it keeps enough twists and turns to keep you on the edge of your seat all the way through. And like we're wondering about like all everyone's motivations, like May, Proximus, all of them, how they like kind of link together in this in the net of characters, which is really well done. I think the yeah, I already covered the opening scene. Um, yeah, pacing. The film has great pace. It's 2.5 hour running time. You don't feel that. Like there are maybe a couple of scenes where you start to feel it, but then it gets right back into it. This is not like the lightning fast, super aggressive pacing of films like Godzilla X Kong New Empire. And it's not like the slow burns of Rise of the Planet of the or Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes. This pacing is pretty similar to Rise, I think. It's just like pretty like just like it keeps enough momentum throughout that you never feel bored, but you never feel like whiplashed. Um, so I think the first third or so is very entertaining, but then after Noah's father dies and he leaves their valley, it picks up significantly, but it does sort of lose its momentum when it starts introducing concepts like the Order of Caesar, Raka, May, stuff like that, and then like um they find like this herd of humans and then they leave May there and Raka decides to stay with her. He gives Caesar his like medallion thing that comes back later. And then the Proximus's henchmen just kind of show up again. Which I did find to be a little like a little weird because hold on.
They get cold.
All right. And because like the way it's done, um like they just kind of spawn in. But that like that's like that's really the worst the movie gets, and then it meanders for a little longer. Then you get to the bridge sequence, and then it's very solidly paced all the way through after that. I think yep, that covers that. Visuals, the environments,
Slaughter them.
and the cinematography. I cannot get over them. They look so good.
We will name
There
them
is not
all.
one shot in the movie where you question the fact that the apes are not
We will
there.
name them all.
Like they all look present in the environment at any given time. Like it's done so well. Oh yeah, this is the scene in the river where they kind of like just pop in. But like I said, like it still works for the movie. It's just kind of like you can sort of feel the writer's hand in the story, which is not amazing, but it's not awful. And so you got like the two main henchmen of Proximus. You got that ape, and then if you look here, you can see there's one more ape who's kind of like his other left hand man. If you see, yeah, right below my camera, it's like he has like a kind of a fur cloak on. I think his name's Lightning. Um, he's the other like kind of sort of main henchman of Proximus. I think yeah, and then yeah, cinematography. Every shot is really well, and they're all really well laid out, and they sort of like they're always interesting and engaging in their composition. Like you're always like you find your eyes darting around to different points, but you're never like overwhelmed by how much is on screen, and you're never able to like not really see anything. Like, and actually, I actually did have a problem with that in War for the Planet of the Apes, specifically when Caesar's wife and son die. Cause like to this day, I've rewatched that movie maybe 3 or 4 times in the last year, and I still really can't make their shapes out during that first reveal shot of their bodies. But like that's just a small complaint with a really well made movie. I think that almost covers it. Let me flip through my notes real quick. Yes, CGI is incredible. Yep. So the environments, like the villages and stuff, are all really well laid out and utilized, except for one thing. So in Proximus's camp, so what you see in the trailers is like you see like so you see like the battleship, the dam, and then like a concrete out jut out, and then like the vault thing back here. And that's like where most of the action for for that piece of the movie takes place. And then there's like this whole other huge village outside of that we never go into or see that much. So it's like it's weird for me because like it looks so cool and I want to go in there, but we don't. But like it's fine. It's not a big deal to me, but like it'd just be cool to see. Yeah. So oh, the score. The score is very good. It's really good at conveying the emotions it wants you to feel at any given point. I needed more time to decide if I like this movie as a whole more or less. That I think I may like it better than Rise. I'm going to see it again with the other half of our like movie group chat that didn't get to see it this time. So we'll get to see. So I'll get another chance to kind of make up my mind about a lot of the things I bring up in this video that I'm questioning now, and then I'll get so that I can get to like kind of like really make up my mind about where this sits in my mind between this film, Rise, Dawn, and War. As of right now, I think this one is about on par with Rise for me, but I need more time to decide if I like it better than Dawn and War. So I think that's about where this sits for me right now. That next watch through should probably be late this month or early June. If I had to guess, it's probably gonna be on a weekend. So expect that short to drop somewhere in that time frame. Yeah, I think that about covers it for this video. Look on I think end screen should be popping up right about now. All right, so look in the on the left side of the screen now for the link to my channel. But before you do that, look in the top right and bottom right for the first and last trailer breakdowns for Kingdom Planet of the Apes. And I will see you guys in the next one.